In theory, that should work.
It's working.
Farmers are a whole bunch of gamblers.
An airbag blow on a truck. You ain't living, man.
Bye-bye. Well, morning. I am taking off for the rest of the week. I got Montana Grain Growers Association board meeting in Great Falls, and then from there we're flying to, well, I'm flying, I'm going to meet the rest of the family in Spokane for the Be Bold for Jesus conference out there this weekend. So those discs, those notch discs from Ready, man, they are cutting through all this residue really good. These are the peas that did not get harvested. They just were a mess come harvest time, and a bunch of the buckwheat came early because it was dry when we sprayed our pre-emerge herbicide down. Normally that'll hold those weeds back, and it didn't because it was dry. It takes the rain to activate it, so it goes in the soil to kill the roots, and that didn't happen. So the buckwheat got out of control. That's really viney, lays on top of the ground, and those discs cut through that really well. That stuff's so wiry. It's doing a great job of getting through all that. So I'm really happy with those discs. So if you're looking for new discs for the disc drill, you should really look at those notch discs from Ready. They seem to be working very good. So yeah, we'll let Tim take care of it. And oh yeah, it sprinkled last night. So there's hope. And maybe that will trigger the rest of the spraying we need this fall to get the crop going. So we will see. Oh man, if the camera only could show how cool the sunrises and sunsets are. That is a pretty good one right there.
Alright, well, made quite a few rounds. Still having a little bit of an issue. We had this during spring seeding with the pack force control. I think it's a sensor issue. According to my monitor right there, at a total of 800 pounds, coincides really well with that front gauge on the tongue, and I did have to raise my pack force pressure to get it there. It seems like you drop it down to where we wanted it, it just falls apart and we lose pressure, and then you get alarms. And so I don't know, maybe just a quirk, maybe just this machine, but it's working really well. Had a few other mechanical issues. All those seed hoses that are changed out, found another hole, but got that just duct taped up for now. Things are going good. So in goes winter wheat, which makes this the start of harvest 26.
Well, I'm back from the meeting. It's time to finish seeding some winter wheat. Pretty good. When it gets really dry, it seems like we're getting a lot of that vines really chopped up, and then the wind wants to blow them. But a little tougher out today, and it kind of seems like it's staying put, but the wind's not going to blow. So I don't know. Maybe it'll be a mess yet. I'm hoping that if there is some weed or some pea vines that vine up or roll up from the wind, that the snow will push them down. The winter we'll have no trouble coming through them then. So in theory, that should work. So doing pretty good.
All right, so got the seed cleaner out, ready. We have some chickpeas in there that we're going to clean. So the green and white peat will be going under the tailings auger back there, and we'll put the B train under the clean, which the B train I just got started. So I left the master disconnect on, and it's been sitting for a while, so the battery was dead. So, but it'll have plenty of time to idle and charge batteries for a while. So while it's building up air, we'll get the green peat in place. We're putting lights up. Solar lights, floodlight thingy, solar charge. There we go. So maybe it'll be a little easier to stumble around here.
Plywood really good, but the 2x6 or 2x10 not so much.
I told you those real big for a joke. You're the one that said they were good. Oh, look at that. Oh, there you go. Those are the good drill bits. They're good when you leave them in the case. Don't use them. Push it. Need a chain, might need an anchor to, well, it's working, so Warren's trying to figure out the remote, turning it on and off. We'll figure it out. It has instructions, but neither of us can read. Oh, there it went. Oh, it went way dim. This is what we do in our spare time.
Well, I feel bad. I haven't really filmed anything while I'm seating, but I mean, this is basically it. It is so dusty out. The top bit is really dry. Disc drills make more dust in general because you're not stirring wet dirt up as often. You're just kind of running gauge wheels and packer wheels on top of the ground, just cruising along making dust. We are down to 178 acres left. Got a little extra seed left, so we'll jump across the road when we're done and seed it out. So we just give another field with a little winter wheat history, we hope. It's pretty wild to think that we're just out here hoping, praying, putting trust in God that He's going to get us a crop. So yeah, I mean, that's all. Invest millions of dollars, and yeah, we do have insurance, but we invest millions of dollars a year on our farm, hoping that we get millions of dollars and a little bit extra so we can do it all over again. But thankfully the crop insurance the last couple of years has been very, very helpful and getting us by, so we have more inputs to put in the crop for the next year. So just pretty wild. I was thinking about that earlier today, that it's all just, farmers are a whole bunch of gamblers, but we put our faith in God that it's going to rain and that He's going to take care of us, and He always does. He always has for over 100 years on our farm. Our family's been farming here since 1916, 109 years. Is that right? Yeah, 109 years we've been farming. Hopefully we can do it for a few more. Well, I guess I could show you a few things in the cab here and the drill and stuff. Bergo 3720 drill, 60 foot, 10-inch space. You guys saw in the past the Reddy guys came up with the notch discs on it. He's doing a great job of slicing through all these pea vines and getting the seed in the ground, no hairpinning with them, especially in these dry conditions. The cart back there is the Bergo, what is that one? A 9650, 650 bushel tank. Works really nice to seed this winter wheat. We get lots of acres out of a fill, and we're not putting down any nitrogen. We'll spread that in the spring if the winter wheat all looks good, if we need it. This is a switch box. We got tanks 1 through 4. This is openers up and down, and this is my master switch to turn it on and off. And these are all programmable. B, I think it B is also something to do with the auto lift of the drill. This is a switch for the 100-foot drill for lifting up the mid-row banders if I don't want those in. We are running openers is on circuit, the red circuit, and then the seed fan is on the green circuit. I have to run the orange and green together to fill the drill, to run the conveyor. 1200 Pro monitor in here. I'm really liking this monitor. It was a little bit of a learning curve coming from a 700 Pro to this to figure it all out, but so far I like it. We're running the RTK from the Montana State Library, which is available in the whole state of Montana for our RTK correction. It is the Montana Real-Time Network, they call it. Montana State Library Real-Time Network? Yeah. Check out this right here. cross-tracking air. Like, we were never coming off a 1/10 of an inch off steering on this tractor. Oh, 1/2 an inch. There, I lied. But it's been running super accurate. It's running really straight through the field. Really pleased with the way that the network is working with them. You do have to have the end trip unlocked or subscription from Case to make that work in the Case tractor. This is Cobb River Designs cell phone holder. It is just the phone holder, not the cup holder one. And I actually took and cut off this center part here so that I can see my whole phone screen. It works really good. I got the 2-way mounted up there. This is the 1200 display this is the Topcon's X35 display to run the drill. So I got our mapping. We've got tanks all on here. The color to work a little better. So with the scales on the cart, we can see what the weight was and what it should be, and what the calibration number is. So that's pounds per revolution. So we're going to accept this new cal number, and now it's tick and change that cal number from like 0.236 to 0.231, and it's going to keep an eye on that and see if it needs a change again. That's a good way to find problems. If your meters are wore or plugged or something like that, that will catch that. That's every tank. We've got pounds going down out of that meter, the theoretical pounds and the scale pounds, and that's how that's factoring out that calibration number. It sees a combination of those two numbers and changes it by a percentage if it needs to. We've got our auto sectional control switch, our work areas remaining, all that. There's a lot of really helpful information in that monitor we can watch. Blockage for the intelligent ink for all the seed runs. Everything is flowing well. Everything is really consistent on distribution. I got 5% off is the farthest one off there, the way it looks. And then this is climate field view. This is mapping our variety, the pounds per acre, our fertilizer, all that stuff. We got a whole lot of information recorded on that. We use the same thing on our sprayer and our combines to track all of our data. Yeah, that's that. Guess we could turn our lights on here. The sun just went down and we're actually got the super moon up, so it'll probably be bright all night tonight with that out. There you go. That's kind of the rundown of the drill, what we got going on, and the tractor, and yeah.
We're just hauling the leftover pile of dirt that we had from the building project several years ago, and just getting rid of that pile of dirt and filling in washouts out here. So we have about 3 or 4 more loads left, and have 2 pretty good washouts that may take about 2 loads each. So unfortunately we don't have the remote today, so I have to stop, get out, open the gates, jump in, drive, but not a big deal. Well, the first one's the easy one. It's right off the road. Alright. First, put it in 4-wheel drive, and then we'll drop the air suspension. That's a trick that was taught to me a while ago, especially with Kenworth, because of this 8-bag air ride system. You drop your air, especially when you're bottom dropping or belly dump. We were doing it at hoppers when I learned this. Anyway, so your pressure doesn't all stand up. You get unequal tire pressure and causes you to spin out. Drop your air, start your load, and then as you drive away, then you put air back to it as it begins to drag, and then you get equal pressure on all 4 sets of tires. So that's my trick. Is it proven? No. Does it work? Seems to. We're gonna go to about there. Not quite all the way, but that should work. Hey, you get to enjoy the lovely beeping sound. I am going downhill, so that does help. Now we're gonna put air back to the suspension. We're out of dirt already. Could have done that one in 2-wheel drive. That's that. Huh. So we'll finish. We'll go grab a second load, drop it right here. Yeah, and then way over there, got another one. As you can see, my frame's not standing way high, you know, going from 80 pounds of pressure that they had to keep the truck level loaded to it only needs about 20 pounds now, so the bags would have been standing up trying to bleed that air out fast. And if you've never heard an airbag blow on a truck, you ain't living, man. That is one of the loudest kabooms you will ever. It's louder than blowing a tire. It's crazy. I don't like blowing airbags. Well, that's what we have left for dirt. Maybe 2 more loads. Too far. Goat season. Well, that's it for that pile. Got everything I could. Well, I stretched that one out just a little bit farther. It's not quite as deep, but also that's all we've got. So, yeah.
Well, the winter wheat is all in the ground. Time to clean up the equipment. Reason like 7,000 why you need a scissor lift on the farm, right? It's like makes the washing everything down like the rain does pretty easy from up here. Well, the timing was pretty good. Got the winter wheat seeded, got the drill washed off, and then I washed the cart. And we're gonna put it away because we thought, well, if they don't sell it, we'll put it in the shed and use it next year. Well, there's a truck coming this afternoon to pick it up now. So guess it's going like, not really sit in Nebraska or Kansas, somewhere down there. That rep sold it into that area, so bye-bye. And I don't have a fast take sticker to stick on it. I'm kind of disappointed about that. But yeah, Elmer's cart, really like it. He asked what I wanted next year. I said exactly the same thing. That's a great size for our farm. Bigger cart the better. I thought it'd be too big and we'd never fill it, but man, it's sure nice when you got flexibility of a big cart at the end of harvest or end of day, where you don't have to go run trucks in the dark and whatever. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget, farm hard, pray harder. See you next video.